Hey everybody, welcome back to the Writings Workshop. So today we're gonna make another bar of soap, and this bar of soap is something I've actually never done before and I'm very excited about it. It is going to be a soap that looks like a block of wood, like a wood grain soap. So I'm doing a whole different type of like swirling process and I'm very excited. I'm gonna be using 4 different colors. I am going to be using a gold mica. Now, of course, it's gonna look more of like a brownish yellow once it solidifies. And then I'm gonna be using a cappuccino brown mica. I'm going to be using a sterling silver mica, so pretty. And then I'm just gonna be using a plain white titanium dioxide. And then for my fragrance oil, I'm going to be using Windsong Balsam Pine, and this is by Crafter's Choice. It's a brisk, outdoorsy blend of blue spruce and balsam fir. This is definitely for a man. I love it. I think my husband would smell extra sexy with it, and I feel like my house would smell like winter wonderland, but it's definitely more of a masculine scent. So, which is great. This would make a great stocking stuffer for that guy in your life. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started because this might be a little bit longer soap than what I'm used to making. So first things first is I'm gonna put my stick blender into my oils. And then I'm gonna pour my lye water solution down my stick blender, and that is going to prevent bubbles. Now, if this is your first time clicking on my videos or viewing my channel, my Facebook or Instagram, my soap batter is made out of coconut oil, palm oil, sweet almond oil, castor oil, and olive oil. And then you have distilled water and the lye. So we're going to get this blended so it can reach emulsion. Perfect. So I'm gonna clean off my stick blender really quick. Like so. I'm gonna set it to the side. All right, so next, give me 1 second. I'm gonna wipe out my little container real quick. All right, so next I have to dump this off in 4 different sections. So hopefully I can get most of these in. So we're gonna pour off here. We're gonna make these 2 equal for the most part. Cool. All right, so these containers, I'm like trying to debate like what color I wanna do, where. So we're gonna do the brown. Let's go ahead and do the brown in this one. I'm not gonna use all of it because I don't think I need that much. And then I'm gonna do the gold over here. Okay. And then I'm gonna do the silver over here. I need to wipe my glove off. I always get it on my glove. And then we're gonna pour the titanium dioxide over here. Okay, so I have all my stuff to stir. Got all my spoons and everything I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing all of these up so y'all can see the colors that are coming through. So this is gonna be our white. I haven't put the fragrance oil in there yet. I always wait till my oils are completely mixed with my colorant because sometimes the fragrance oil will accelerate trace, meaning it'll just make my soap batter get hard, and I don't want that right now. I need this to be pretty fluid with the intricate swirling I'm gonna be doing. So, that is that. All right, so this is that gold color. Like I said, it's not like super gold, like shiny in your face, but it definitely is, it's a pretty color. Oh my gosh, I love this sterling silver color. It's like the perfect like gray black. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I need to do like a midnight, like starry night with like navy blue in this color and then have little like star embeds. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. But I already have all my, maybe next year, I already have all my Christmas soaps planned for the most part. All right, so we're just really getting this stirred in. Oh wow, I think this color pattern actually turned out really, really good. Oh my gosh, y'all, this looks exactly like brownie batter. That would be the worst prank in the world. I could like poison and kill somebody. Sorry, that's kind of dark, but whatever. Y'all are probably like, oh my God, someone needs to call her husband. This woman is psycho. All right, so next I'm gonna go ahead and add my fragrance oil. I'm gonna pretty much do this as evenly as possible. Now, granted, all these soaps are gonna be pretty well combined. Pretty well combined, so all the soap will smell the same. Not really concerned about that. Wow, this is such a strong fragrance. Sorry, y'all, I know I have the sniffles. I'm not sick, just sometimes when all these fragrances kind of come together, they're very strong and potent, so it's kind of a lot on the old sniffer. I'm just making sure this fragrance is nice and stirred. Like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, this is a pretty intricate swirl. So I'm gonna move my colors kind of off to the side a little bit. And we're gonna start with this white, and then I'm going to try to figure out the best way to do this to where y'all can see. So this has to be like cropped up, the soap does. Maybe I can do it like, can y'all kind of see like that? I think y'all can see pretty good for the most part. So I'm gonna go down the line and I pour like a line in my soap like that. And then I go with my other color and I pour a line like that. And then same with the silver, pour a line like that. I'm gonna go back through one more time, but I want this one to be kind of more on the surface if I can get it there. Yeah. So you can see how it's kind of just going on the surface so I can actually see the lines. You'll see why that's important in just a second, because it'll go down this little notch right here. So there won't be like tons of color like in one area. This color kind of reminds me of when you order a caramel macchiato from Starbucks. The whipped cream, not the whipped cream, the caramel they put on top. See, this is why kids don't need to make soap, because if I was like 8, I would probably try to eat this and have to go to the hospital. So, or maybe I was just a really stupid kid. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Like I said, I've never done this before, so this is a first. So it says you go really slowly and like make really small lines down your mold. How's that looking? Okay, that looks so cool. Oh my God, I feel so embarrassed. I'm like sniffling. I'm gonna kind of do that so it looks like there's like knots in the wood, maybe. I read that works. All right, so I'm gonna stop right there. And I don't know if you can see my, here, I'll put it right here. You can see a little bit better. I'm gonna do the same thing I just did. Kind of let that sit on the top. Y'all, this fragrance is so good. Your men will love this. So I actually had a really hard time coming up with a name for this soap, And I decided, I was like, the wood bar, no. The wood grain bar, no. So I was like, okay, what is like something that's manly? And I was like, okay, people that do like woodworking and stuff, I could be wrong. Y'all can totally correct me if I am, but aren't they like called like craftsmen? So I decided to go with the Craftsman bar. So that is what this soap is going to be called. And the label that I have for it is so cool. It literally has like tools all on it, and it looks like a piece of wood, and it looks like the Craftsman bar was like burned into it. I cannot wait to cut this soap. This is so cool looking. Okay, so once you get to this point, they say, oh my gosh, look how cool that looks. I don't want to mess it up, but here, I'll try to bring it in and show y'all. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. Okay, so then you turn it back. Okay. I'm like being oh so careful because I don't want to mess it up, which I have done before. Oh, I just made a massive mess. Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna pour the rest of the brown for the most part. And then we're gonna do the rest of our gold / caramel color. And then we're gonna do our silver. I'll scrape these out too, because I'll have to do like a little swirl or something on top. The way this bar is actually cut is so weird. So y'all will see that when I cut it tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna, really gonna scrape these out now. I think this color palette is actually gonna look really good. It might not look, it's gonna look more like maybe like granite now that I think of it, or like a stone, but it'll still look like a grain, like a wood grain, hopefully. I say that and watch, it's gonna just look like a muddled mess. Either way though, it will have a really cool swirl, even if my plan doesn't work out. And also, y'all, I am very much a perfectionist when it comes to making soap. Like, I want it to look really good with it. I mean, if you're making a product, who doesn't want their product to look good? But I really enjoy doing this though. I'm definitely a very like crafty person. I like creating and getting cool ideas together. And I'm not like artistic when it comes to like painting or drawing or anything like that, but when it comes to like making a jumbled mess, I think I do pretty good. It's pretty much soap, right? You're just, I mean, there's art to it, of course, but it's still kind of a jumbled mess. All right, so I'm just gonna do the lines on top, like so. Whoop, making a mess again. Leave it to me to make a mess. Even asked my mom, I was not a clean child growing up. Typically always made a mess, so. All right, sorry, I know you can't see this part. I have to look because I have to make sure I get all my soap batter out of my mold. All right, so I'm just gonna scrape out all of my containers. I just wanna make sure I get as much product in there as possible. The more I scrape out, the more soap you get in your bar. Now, if there's ever a design that y'all are like really wanting, please reach out to me, let me know. I love getting people's feedback and ideas, because what may be something that I like is something that you don't like, or vice versa. Maybe something you really like I typically wouldn't choose for myself, but I definitely want to be more open to ideas and what y'all as the consumer and customer want. So you always reach out, leave me a comment, message me, I will definitely respond to you. Or if there's like a fragrance that you haven't seen that I've done yet, let me know. I can definitely do some research. Now, I will say a lot of fragrance, people like a lot of like warm vanilla scents. And the reason why I don't just do tons of those is because vanilla fragrance oil actually discolors the soap. So if you see any of my soaps look like super vibrant and then the next day I cut it and you're like, oh, it looks so dull. That's the reason why, is because vanilla will turn, if it has vanilla in it, it is going to turn your bar more of like a brown color than anything. So that can be kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. All right, so next time I grab my chopstick, this is actually a lightsaber chopstick. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? But I'm gonna grab it. I'm just gonna, this really isn't necessary. I just think it looks really cool. I'm just gonna swirl the top just so the top looks pretty, even though when I cut this, it cuts weird. So this isn't even gonna be the top of the soap. It's gonna be like this side of the soap. All right, but, oh, let me spray it with some rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol prevents ashing. You're always gonna get some ashing, but that's supposed to help it not ash fully. But that is the Craftsman bar. That's what it looks like. So I will come back in about 18 to 24 hours and we will chop this soap up together and see what the inside looks like. See you tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. All right, so we're back about 24 hours later to cut this Craftsman bar. And this bar is a little bit weird to cut. So I'm gonna have to cut it in 3 sections. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. Now this bar is extremely soft. I don't know why, but you know, like I said, you never know what you're gonna get when it comes to soap. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these in my 3 sections. I'm gonna set that to the side. Alright, this scent smells so good. I honestly probably should have waited and let it set up a little bit longer, but I'm impatient, so we're just gonna have to be gentle with it. And if y'all hear crying in the background, it's my son. He needs to take a nap, but he's being extremely stubborn and not taking one. And if he doesn't take one, he's grumpy all day. And I need him to take a nap, so. All right. So what I do now is, I believe, okay, this is, like I said, I'm all new to this. I believe I turn it to the side and I'm gonna measure out my bars this way. So basically there's gonna be a cut here and a cut here. And this block will be 3 bars of soap. So I'm gonna slide it down. I think I'm doing this right. You know what, that doesn't look too bad. And that's what it looks like on the inside. Pretty cool, and every single one's gonna be different, obviously. So we're gonna just cut these together. And I think when I get more towards the middle, it's gonna look more like, oh, I didn't clean my thing, oh well. It's gonna look more like maybe a wood grain, maybe. I'm trying to think, like, did I not cut this the right way? There's this one. I think I did. Because maybe I didn't, I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to this. There's a lot of trial and error when it comes to soap making. I'm gonna try cutting it a different way. Should I? I'll try. At the end of the day, the bar is gonna be used and it will eventually go away. So, the quality is still on par and it smells amazing. So, let's go ahead and cut. That looks cool. And then I'm like thinking, like, which other way can I cut this? This soap is like extremely like oily, like it's sweating. And I need to do research on why it does that sometimes. I think it's because of the temperature of my house and there's some humidity probably, but it is what it is. This is the first time I've ever had a bar sweat like this. So I guess it just means I'm gonna have to let it set a lot longer than typical. All right, so bam. And then bam. And there's the inside of the soap. I love how this swirl turned out. Turned out so pretty. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me at The Writings Workshop on Instagram, and you can find me at The Writings Workshop on Facebook. So until then, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.